Welcome, welcome. Welcome. Welcome to this October 22nd, 2025 YouTube live stream. Welcome. We're talking breaking news. ICE officers clash with No Kings protesters live. Welcome to Freedom News Now. I'm your host, Just Insane, coming to you from the war room, straight from the underground. We're talking breaking news. ICE officers clash with No Kings protesters live. Chicago, Los Angeles. Let's OTVO. Welcome. We made some adjustments. Some of our settings. I don't know how our settings got changed in our live streams, but we got our settings changed back to where they should be. So we'll see how this live stream goes. Made some corrections to the live streams. I don't know how they got changed, my settings, but somehow they got reset, got changed. So looks like I covered all my bases, I believe, this time to get it squared away. So we shouldn't have any issues. Have a better live stream. Brandon Mitchell, welcome. We've got ICE officers clash. ICE agents clash with No Kings protesters. What do y'all think about those No Kings protests that were going on over the weekend? Looked to me like they were big white supremacist marches. You know, they keep talking about how the one side, No Kings, and they're all racist. But it looked to me like it was all white people, all old white Karens and Darrens. Looked like the senior citizen homes and nursing homes emptied them out, put them out there on the streets, paid them to go out and protest. Yeah, it looked like, if anything, there weren't any, I didn't see any blacks out there protesting. Looked to be some illegals out there, some foreign nationals, but it was mostly whites, mostly old white people, mentally ill. All these old, mentally ill white people out there emptied the nursing homes and put them out there, paid them to go out there. I thought it was pretty pathetic, but it's good that they're out there exercising their First Amendment rights. I always encourage people to get out there and exercise their rights, whether you support the message or not. It provides content for people, it provides a lot of content for all the new up and coming independent journalists out there. It's a good time to be a new upcoming independent journalist or auditor, or whatever you want to call yourself, social media influencer. When you got these protests, a lot of people launched their channels, a lot of new independent media. All the young journalists, the new young journalists launched their channels during the BLM not too long ago. Now a lot of new young journalists are making a name for themselves out there on these no Kings protest. So it's good to see. I like to see it. I like to see the new journalists out there covering it, providing content, live streaming it. You know, you got like the Nick Shirleys. He's out there. He's been out. I was out covering the BLMs. Those were some crazy protests. Those got carried away. Cars flipped over and set afire, smashing out windows. I was out there covering it as a independent journalist, covering the destruction, covering the riots and protests. I haven't got out for the No Kings covering those. All the all white senior citizens out there protesting. I was out there covering the BLM when the blacks were out there. When you got all the blacks out protesting, I'll come out and record that, but I'm not really interested in recording all the trolling. Basically, you're just trolling all the old white Karens out there. You got these new independent journalists. They go out in MAGA gear, go out wear Christian clothes or speak pro-Christian Christianity, talk about their Christian identity, and they flip out over it. Using megaphone. Yeah, I see them using megaphones out there. Where's the disorderly? That's supposedly in a lot of townships, that's disorderly, using a megaphone without a permit. I know all through Michigan, pretty much anything in Michigan is disorderly conduct, weaponized against the American citizen only, not against the illegal, not against the foreign national. Using those megaphones, those loud megaphones. If you're out there, I'd be wearing earplugs if I was out there covering any of that. All those mentally ill protesters, most of them that I saw, most of the No King protesters look like they're all packed full of mentally ill. You know, it was all white supremacists out there, all white people, and the true white supremacists. And then they're out there protesting for what? For more crime on the streets, they want more gays. They want everybody to be gay across America. They want everybody to be part of the LGBTQP, completely insane, mentally ill mafia. Police won't do anything in Kansas. Doesn't surprise me. That's like Michigan. Michigan, all the laws are weaponized against the American citizen. All the foreign nationals, all the illegals, they know how to get around. They don't get held to the same standard if you're not an American citizen, especially the non-Christian foreigners. Like many of the Muslims, they follow a different rule of law. So these Christian judges, they don't even handle them. Like in Michigan, a lot of the judges are Sharia judges, completely destroying Christian rule of law in America. You know, with Dearborn, Michigan, and near Detroit, it's drifted into Jackson, Michigan, Lansing, Ann Arbor, Kalamazoo. You got these Sharia judges, many of which are female judges. They should be covering their faces up. I don't want to look at these female judges out in public. They want to use Sharia law, then they can cover their faces up when they're out in public and behind the bench. Yeah, Michigan's pretty bad. But you got these people out there protesting for that. That's what they want to see. In Dearborn, Michigan, they have 10,000 Muslims filling the streets chanting evil things against America. That's perfectly okay for all the police and city leaders of Dearborn, but you got one white guy that speaks up his disapproval of it, his disagreement with it. They go arrest him over a Facebook post. That's what's happening in Michigan. I keep waiting for you guys were all here when I got a knock on my door live streaming when I was talking about the way I talk on these live streams. I got a knock on my door. My speech was too dangerous for TikTok. I've been banned on TikTok for 5 years now. My speech is too dangerous. I'm too dangerous to be part of the public square, the public discussion on the largest social media platform in the world, TikTok. I'm not allowed to participate in the discussion because, I'm a Native American. Another Native American that's been fully censored. Yeah, I won't get out there and protest. If you're a Native American, you're a white Christian male, you're not allowed to speak in public. It's disorderly conduct to speak in public. Disorderly conduct, obstruction of justice, it's all weaponized against white Christian men. They're not arresting any illegals for that, any foreign nationals. Just like failure to pay child support act that was signed into law in 1975. That's all weaponized against white Christian men. Don't fall for that scam. They're not arresting any illegals, any foreign nationals on H-1Bs, visas, green cards. They're not arresting any of them for failure to pay child support. I'll guarantee that. These radical activist judges, non-Christian judges, they're not signing any warrants to arrest foreign nationals, H-1Bs, visas, green cards, illegals. They're not signing any warrants for them to get arrested by America's IDF soldiers, the thin blue line, the police officers, law enforcement for failure to pay child support. You can guarantee that. Make sure you double tap that screen. We got breaking ICE officers clash with No Kings protesters. What's your thoughts? Let me read your comments. What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on the protests? What's your thoughts on the ICE officers? Many people think it's unconstitutional. Other people say mass deport, get every illegal out. They want legal and illegal. They want all 150 million illegals out, and they want the 55 million plus legals on H-1Bs. They want all them out as well. So what's your guys' thoughts? Some people want all 200 million plus foreign nationals and illegals to stay and want all the Native Americans to pay for it. And other people want them mass deported. What's your thoughts? Share your comments. These people, a lot of these people are literally protesting to keep illegals in the country, foreign nationals. These people are, many of them, most of them are mentally ill. They need to make insane asylums great again and stuff them all in there. All these mentally ill Karens. Then we wouldn't have all these insane Karen videos, I guess, all over the internet. See, people talk about some of these things, but those are only Christian crimes. They're talking about the predators comment. What do you think of predators? Well, that's only a Christian. Another crime that's only a Christian crime, mostly a white male Christian crime. If you're a Muslim, that's not a crime. So what's your point? In America, that's not a crime. You can have as many wives as you want. Age is just a number. It doesn't matter if you're a Muslim. So what's your point? That's only a white Christian crime. That doesn't even matter in America, really. What's your point? If you're a Muslim or a foreign national or an illegal, that's not a crime in America. That's only a crime if you're a white Christian male. What's your point? I'm sure you're probably not a white Christian male. That's why you're asking that question. What's that have to do with ICE officers clash with No Kings protesters anyway? That's on your mind. That tells me where your mind's at. You must be one of them complete mentally ill, deranged lunatics out here at these No Kings protests. Yeah, ICE, I can believe ICE would do that and your dog real quick if you had a dog and they didn't like you. They'd hit it with pepper balls, hit your dog with pepper. That seems to be their weapon of choice right now. They're using less than lethal, using all them pepper ball, shooting pepper balls at everyone. That is kind of funny sometimes when there's that one guy that got pinged off the back of his head. Some of those guys when they're shooting them with them pepper balls and ice was hitting them in the head, back of the head. Some of that, man, it's dangerous hitting them in the side of the head. Somebody in here, someone said in there they don't speak English as their translation. Someone messing with me. I guess if you can't assimilate, you got to get mass deported out of the chat. You can stay if you want. You typed it in English, so I'm guessing you're trolling the chat if you typed it in English. No hablo español. No hablo español in America. Adios, amigo. Adios, señorita. You no speak English in America? No hablo inglés in America? You gotta go. These people, they need to get out there and mask up when they're out there because they're shooting pepper ball. balls at you, ISIS, and just for AI, facial recognition, protect your Fourth Amendment rights, protect your identity while out in public, mask up, protect your health, your respiratory. I'd advise masking up for sure. I was talking about that Mitten State, how 10,000 Muslims are chanting evil things to America in Dearborn streets, and that's perfectly okay for the Dearborn police and city leaders, but you get one white Christian male Native American makes a Facebook post about how he disagrees with it, and oh, you got the police are over arresting him, charging him with multiple felonies, and they're going to throw him in front of one of these Muslim judges in Dearborn, one of these Sharia law judges or a Judeo judge. They don't have any Christian judges in Dearborn or Detroit. They're all Muslim judge, Sharia law judges. So they love getting a hold of a white Christian Native American male. And there's Sharia courthouses. And yeah, be careful out that. You dealt with it, Mitten State Media. Look what they did to Mitten State Media. They threw the book at Mitten State Media for recording the state police holding them accountable. They took away his two-way rights. He's exactly what I'm talking about. I'm right there with you, Mitten State. I'm right there with you. A disenfranchised white male. Disaffected white male had my job stolen from me, taken from me, had my wages go down, had my housing opportunities go away. As all my leaders, the law enforcement, the police officers, they come after me, arrest Mitten State Media for holding a camera, for recording them, for being a male out in public, for being a white Native American Christian out in public. He gets arrested. I'm with you. I know exactly what you're talking about, Mitten State. Mitten State had to go in front of these judges, these radical activist judges, and they hammered him, well, with a felony, I believe. I don't want to air your laundry, but that's ridiculous. Taking his rights away from him. But yet all these foreign nationals on H-1Bs, they can roam around by the millions, collect thousands. Yeah, don't let them in state. They let all the criminals keep their two-way, but they try taking it away from the law-abiding. Trying to stand up for your civil rights. They want to take it away from you if you try to stand up for your civil rights. I know how that is. They've weaponized disorderly conduct on me. They take your, in Michigan, disorderly conduct is an automatic 3 years of loss of your CPL, or basically your Second Amendment rights, loss of it for 3 years. That's what these Michigan radical activist judges and IDF soldier law enforcement officers in America, or in Michigan, they weaponize disorderly conduct to take away, to strip you of your Second Amendment rights, your right to defend yourself. And then they flood your community, invade your community with thousands of invaders from the most dangerous world, third world, from the most dangerous parts of the Middle East, from Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan, Tel Aviv, Israel. They flood your community with invaders, real Africans from the Congo, Somalia, from Haiti, Libya, Sudan. All the while stripping your Second Amendment rights away from you. I know where you're all coming from. I'm there. I'm there with you. I'm right there with you. Shall not be infringed. That's right, Brandon. Now you watch all over TikTok. Even a better reason to start exercising your 2A rights. You got all these blacks all over TikTok and all over X talking about how they're going to end Whitey. They're going to come after Whitey because the government's taking away all their EBT, all their food stamps, so they're not going to be able to have any food for Thanksgiving, apparently, to feed all their 10 kids. You literally have all these big, fat, obese Karens all over. Many of them are blacks, but there's some whites too. That they're living off these EBTs. It's a generational thing. It's supposed to be temporary assistance, EBT food stamps. It's like, what happened to getting a job? No, they're talking about ending Whitey and taking their groceries from them in the parking lot. Instead of just going inside and stealing the groceries, they're talking about all over TikTok about ending Whitey and just stealing them out in the parking lot when they're going to their vehicles. I mean, it's completely insane. You got to take that as a threat. Better be carrying every time you go. You're being hunted if you're a Native American. You're being hunted. If you're a Native American Christian, you're being hunted. And the police are standing down. The judges, all the foreign national judges. Yeah, check and see who your judges are, who your police officers. That's Jackson, Michigan, got foreign nationals. All the police are foreign nationals, H-1B visas. You think they care about you as a white Christian man? Oh, they're looking for you. They're hunting for you out there. You can't even speak out in public or you're disorderly. Oh, look, got a white Christian male out in public. Disorderly conduct. Go question him. Go ask him for ID. If he fails ID, arrest him for obstruction of justice. Disorderly. Take more rights away from him, and then flood his community with thousands of invaders from the most dangerous parts of the Middle East, from Venezuela. Yeah, Michigan's bad right now. Michigan's been fully conquered. It's fully occupied by Islam. You know, you got to do your part. You got to stand your ground, stand up, stand by, protect your people, protect your culture, protect your blood, protect your soil, protect your Christian identity. Now is the time. Maybe too late for some of you, but some of you it's not. It's only a matter of time before your small town, your small city gets conquered, fully submits to Islam and Sharia law like Michigan. And Michigan's leaders, state leaders. And you can't have any faith in the fully rigged selection system to bail you out either. I've got less than 0% faith in Michigan's fully rigged selections, fully fraudulent selections. You know, it's full of the voting rolls are so bloated with dead bodies, the cemeteries. All the bodies from the cemeteries are all over the rolls. You got them packed full of illegals, foreign nationals. You got people from China participating, and votes counting in Michigan selections. If you're a actual citizen of Michigan, your vote only counts for like 1/10,000th of one. It's not even a 1-to-1 vote anymore. 1 to 10,000 once you add in a 10,000 phantom voters, bodies from the cemeteries, illegals, foreign nationals. There ain't no 1-to-1. 1/10,000th of a percentage of one. Yeah, I'll never participate in those fully rigged, fully fraudulent selections. I gave up on. It's basically just a tracking system for American citizens. They're not tracking the illegals, the foreign nationals with it. They're only tracking the American citizens with it. It's just another law, another system weaponized against the American citizen that the illegals and the foreign nationals are allowed to circumvent with no accountability. Yeah, so make sure you're ready. If you're any of you Native Americans out there, be ready because there's a lot of these blacks and big fat white Karens that like to sell out America by sleeping with illegals, sleeping with foreigners. And even worse, these mass deportations, you're not getting that. They're touting all these numbers, saying how they're getting thousands out. Well, there's literally 35,000 anchor babies being born every week. They're not deporting 35,000 people every week. They're having these illegals and foreign nationals are having more anchor babies every week than they're deporting. So with those numbers, you're never going to get them all out. We need them all out, legal and illegal. Every single H-1B's got to go. Every single visa, green card. They're going to college on these visa, green cards. They all got to go. All the Chinese nationals, anyone going to college on a visa, green card, H-1B, they all got to go, not just the illegals. We got to take our country back. We got to protect our blood, protect our soil, protect our Christian identity. Yeah, don't worry about the name calling. Look what people want to name call the president, the greatest American ever, many would say. Deserves his face on Mount Rushmore, many would say, and that's still not enough for many of these people. So don't try to please everyone. They're weak people. They're part of the reason why America's in the trouble it's in. They sell out their fellow American. Yeah, I can agree with that. It's hard to not choose any sides. Don't choose any sides, and I don't participate in those fully rigged selections one way or another. I don't participate in them. It's all meant to control you. They create the chaos, and then they act like they're doing you a favor, coming in and restoring order. Our own government created the chaos, the mess we're in with the hundreds of millions of illegals and foreign nationals. Border Patrol literally drove them across, flooded our nation, invaded our nation, aided and abetted, harbored and concealed. DHS, Homeland Security, Border Patrol completely aided and abetted the foreign invasion. And now they're going around supposedly rounding them up and mass deporting them. The same people that aided and invaded the invasion in the first place. The same people that failed to protect our borders in the first place. The same people that flew them around, gave them flights around the country, housed them and fed them, flew them, drove them on a bus to a town near you. The same Border Patrol agents, Homeland Security agents, now they're supposedly going around and rounding them up and deporting them all. Yeah, it's not going to happen. It's never going to happen. Not in my lifetime, not in your lifetime. Don't fall for it. It's a big lie. It's a big scam. You know, a lot of these people are getting so worked up about it, thinking that all these people are getting taken back, deported back to their countries. It's not happening. There's a few that are going, but no different than any of the past administrations of government. Don't fall for it. Don't get yourself all worked up over it. Don't get your hopes up over it thinking you're going to get these mass deportations. It's not happening. It's not going to happen. Just look around. You can't go to a Kroger store without spinning around and throwing a rock without hitting an illegal or a foreign national. All the workers, not a single one speaks English. Every single one speaks Mexican. I'm reporting out of Michigan. You go to a Kroger in Jackson, Michigan. Every single store employee at Kroger in Jackson, Michigan speaks Mexican or speaks Indian. You can't find one single Kroger store employee that speaks English. No hablo inglés, señor. It's bad. It's real bad. They're completely selling out, complete traitors to the American people. That's Kroger, Jackson, Michigan. It's not just Kroger in Jackson, Michigan. It's all over Michigan. There was just a plane crash in Michigan, near Lansing, Michigan, and Bath, Michigan. 3 people tragically were ended in a place called Duncan Aviation. Guess where the 3 people were from? All the way up here, 3,000 miles away from Mexico. The 3 people were the 2 pilots were Mexican, and the airport mechanic, the maintenance man. That's a pretty good job, an airport maintenance job. He was Mexican. 3 Mexicans all died in the plane crash in Lansing. Kind of makes me curious what Duncan Aviation out of Battle Creek, Michigan. Somebody might want to look into them. The feds and ICE might want to look into Duncan Aviation in Battle Creek, Michigan. 3 men that were tragically died in a plane crash in Bath, Michigan were all Mexican nationals. What are 3 Mexican nationals doing here employed by Duncan Aviation? Just more American citizens completely sold out. Those are pretty good. Those are real damn good jobs. An airport maintenance mechanic job. Pilots. They're all 3 of them were Mexicans. Duncan Aviation, Battle Creek, Michigan. Someone should look into them. Where's the feds at? Why aren't they looking into that federal aviation company employing foreign nationals? Complete sellouts, complete traitors to America. It's all over. It's everywhere. It's not just a small little job at Kroger. It's these top paying jobs. I know in Michigan, it's been fully conquered. They fully submitted. They fully sold out the Native American population. Yeah, you better be ready. Lock and load going to the grocery store. All the blacks, all the welfare queens, all the fat white women. They're allegedly getting their EBT food stamps cut. They're all freaking out, saying they're going to come after Whitey, all the Native Americans out in the parking lots if they can't get all their free food, if it's all going to get cut on them. I hope it does. I hope all that money gets cut off those fat welfare queens. Cut every single dime. I'm tired of paying for it. I say keep the government shut down. They got the military paid. Everyone else is getting paid. Cut all these freebies off. Cut all the welfare off. To all these illegals, these foreign nationals. It's time to shut off the spigot. All of us Native Americans, we're tired of paying for it all. How about this? How about they go out and get a job? You know, we mass deported. If we're mass deporting all these illegals, we don't need them to pick our crops. There's millions of blacks down in the South that can pick our cotton. We got millions of blacks down in the South on welfare. We'll give you a job. They can get back out in the fields picking cotton. We don't need the illegals to pick our cotton. There's millions of blacks. I mean, how easy is that? That's got to be the easiest job in the world, picking cotton. I mean, how easy is that? They've literally got generations of families on food stamps, EBT. You got these women going on there talking about how their grandmother, their mother, and how they're all on food stamps. It's supposed to be a temporary assistance, not a generational thing. I mean, this is getting ridiculous. We need to stop. It's all got to stop. We can't continue to live like this anymore. It's all got to stop. You know, most crop picking is done by automation now, done by machines. We don't need illegals, foreigners on H-1Bs and visas to pick our crops. We don't need them migrating all the way up to Michigan to pick our blueberries, to pick our cherries in Traverse City, and then they never leave. They never go back. Every year, foreigners from Mexico migrate to Michigan for decades and decades to pick the blueberries and cherries in Traverse City for the cherry festivals, and then they never leave. They never go back. And the police officers don't do anything. They just arrest the American citizen. That's where they get all their money from. They don't get any money from arresting the illegals, from the migrants that never leave. You know, the 131 corridor all the way from South Bend, Indiana, all the way up through Michigan. Traverse City is packed full of illegals from Mexico, foreign nationals. South Bend is packed full of foreign nationals from Mexico. Any of these traders that want to sleep with these illegals, these foreign nationals on H-1Bs and visas and knock them up or get knocked up, they can be deported with them, with their kid and their illegal. They all got to go. If you're sleeping with an illegal, an H-1B, a visa, you can go with them. South Bend is bad. You got these Indiana hicks down there. They see a Mexican illegal and they can't help themselves. They can go too. They can go with them. Isn't that right? We got technology. We got machines, automation. Look what Amazon's doing. Amazon just come out saying they're cutting thousands of jobs for automation. AI automation. They're cutting another 100,000 some jobs. You know, all the delivery drivers now where I'm at, small town America, all the delivery drivers, they're all foreign nationals on visas, H-1Bs. I don't think I have any Native American Amazon drivers anymore. All of my Amazon drivers that drive around here, they all look like they're from the Congo or from Venezuela or they're from Mumbai, India or Delhi, India. Not a single one speaks English, I don't think. Apparently, it's okay for Amazon drivers. You know, a lot of it you got to blame on the military as well. I support the military, but the military, they failed America. They failed to protect our borders. They allowed the invasion. They facilitated the invasion. You know, and now they're allegedly the National Guard is out there going to restore order after they allowed the invasion to happen in the first place. They weren't protecting our borders. If our military would have been down there protecting our borders, we wouldn't have had this problem, but they just let them walk across, let them sneak across. Yeah, we need to get every single Hernandez, every single Martinez, every single Garcia, Gonzalez, every single one has got to go. Every single Juanita has got to go. Now. We got to restore to this European, Native American culture in America. We'll restore order. So the ICE officers, some of what the ICE officers are doing, I don't really agree with. The whole snatch and grabbing they're doing and unmarked vehicles. I'd kind of like to see them in marked ICE vehicles and marked ICE uniforms, but some of their tactics I don't agree with. But I mean, I agree with we need to get every single illegal and legal out of the country. We need all the H-1Bs, visas, green cards, every single 55 million plus has got to go. Let them self-deport. And definitely all 150, 200 million illegals in America. They got to go. But it's never going to happen. They're going to be deporting the American citizen. I've been saying it. I've been saying it for years. All the police officers, the judges, they're all foreign nationals. They're all illegals. They're going to deport you, the American citizen, the Native American. It's no better time than now to get up and defend and protect your culture, protect your people, protect your blood, protect your soil, protect your Christian identity. Now is the time. We need this government shutdown to kick in and put a complete stop to the EBTs, the food stamps, get all these blacks off welfare. All of us Native Americans, we can't continue to support it and pay for it. Get all this white, fat welfare queens that want to sell out the American people by sleeping with their foreign nationals and their illegals. Cut the welfare, cut the EBT. Continue the government shutdown. We got to turn this spigot off. Shut off the spigot. And all you Native Americans, make sure you're defending and protecting yourself. They're on the hunt for you. All these savages, all these super predators out there that can't assimilate with the rest of us European Native Americans. Be on alert. Stay on alert. Don't fall victim to one of those super predators, those savages they're allowed to have a voice on TikTok. They're allowed to say whatever they want on TikTok and act it out in public. But if you're a Native American, it's a crime. It's just a crime to be a white Christian Native American in public anymore. Do your part. Report all illegals. Do your part. You see an illegal, call 911. You go up and question them. They can't speak English, call 911. You got to do your part as an American. Call 911. You see an illegal at the local store, go up and question them. If they can't speak English, call 911 to that store. Their employees can't speak English, like all the employees at Kroger. Every single one of them speaks Mexican. Call 911. The cops don't do their job. Record it and document it for all to see. Publish it. All you young Republicans out there that they're trying to, I'm not either side, one or the other, but they're trying to make the young Republicans feel bad for some comments that were made in a private group chat. Don't feel bad for anything you said. Be proud of what you said. Be proud of your culture. Be proud of your people. Be proud of your blood. Be proud of your soil. Be proud of your Christian identity. Never give up. Stay strong. Believe. We're going to wrap this video up here at Freedom News Now. That's all for now. Mint State, I appreciate you. Les OTVO, appreciate you. As always, thank you for watching Freedom News Now. We'll see you on the next one. Freedom News Now, I'm out. Don't forget to like and subscribe for police accountability, civil rights education YouTube videos, and I'll see you on the next one.